Welcome to Girl Talk with your host, Melissa Ann. Girl Talk is that show which discusses the real issues Black women face being a mom, a dad, a wife, a girlfriend, a sister, a co-worker, a therapist, or whatever hat Black women wear on any particular day. Why? Because Black women are just dope. Without further ado, here is your host, Melissa Ann.
Welcome to Girl Talk with the Boyz. We got a show tonight. Our show tonight is we ain't got no damn topic. We just gonna ask questions tonight and see what we get. Who we got in the building?
We're going for Mr. Beasley. How y'all doing today?
Mr. Beasley's in the building. Who else we got?
And you got me in the building, Doc.
All right, DOC.
Got your boy, K. Diddy, one of the fan favorites. Let's get it. AKA
Right.
Cock and Cook, AKA
Yay. And last but not least,
Rasbo, aka D-Rock, aka I'm just very happy to be here.
so we gonna bust out this we ain't got no damn topic. We asking questions tonight. So the first question we have I've written down is if I had glasses on, I'd be able to see, but if your ex interviewed you, what would they say? If someone interviewed your ex, what would they say?
I think most of them will have something good to say, but I'm sure there are a couple where, they probably would tell you I can be a good guy and a mean guy at when required, or maybe they wouldn't consider it required, but if there's a situation that would make me mad, I can flip-flop for sure.
Oh, flip for real? Like, what does the angry Mike look like?
I don't know, something that's kind of, out of control, maybe something that, for me, how I view it, is something that maybe I've addressed before. But if it happens again and I think it's serious, I might get pretty upset about it.
Really? Like the Hulk type person coming out?
I'm not violent. I don't do that,
But do you raise your voice, or what happened?
I could end up raising my voice, but before it gets there, though, I think I'm very polite and political about the situation, and if it's something that's that bad and it keeps resurfacing, then I might not be able to handle it. I
can't picture. I don't
Good.
know.
I don't like
picture
that side. It's not anything I'm proud of, but.
But it's not bad, though. It's not bad. There's war and there's peace.
Mm-hmm.
And the war doesn't have to be war where it gets physical, but sometimes, you need to assert where you're coming from. And people need to, sometimes, some people don't take the compassionate side of us. I'll say some women and some men too. I'm a very compassionate dude. But if I continue to allow my compassion to be overrun, every you know what I like to say? A water balloon, you put enough water in it, it's gonna pop.
That's true. What would your ex say about you?
I'd like to know. Yeah, really. If we're talking about just how I am as a person, I think I would get pretty good marks from most, if not all of them. There's only one that I could think of off the top of my head that would probably have something different to say. I am curious to hear what that would be, though, in detail.
Call out. What's her name, bro?
Nah, I ain't doing it.
Say her name.
Stop trying to.
But my relationships ended because they ended. They didn't work out as relationships. It wasn't anything. I don't have anything real nasty as far as breakups go. And as ugly as they can be at times, with just the harsh words and the hurt feelings and whatnot, I've been able to get past that, with my exes.
You're a nice guy, Rasbo. I can't
Melissa.
see you, being like anyone having anything negative to say about you.
Well,
I would agree. On the other hand, there's Doc.
She takes a sip.
What would your exes say about
Rain fire from heaven.
I don't know. It all depends how it ends. Sometimes it ends good. Sometimes it ends bad. When it ends bad, it's bad. When it's good, it's good. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably an emotional guy. I'm probably more emotional than some of these guys are. A little bit more volatile. And the problem is that sometimes when I'm trying to be a nice guy, people take the kindness for weakness, and so, I don't
Mr.
like to be
Hyde.
that guy.
Yeah,
I don't like to be that guy, but it doesn't take long to find him.
Yeah, I agree. When people take kindness or weakness, it's almost like an insult.
Well, it's not even that, because you're trying to say, I'm trying to do it. Hey, this didn't work. This didn't. And then they just keep harping on it. I'm like, hey, it didn't work. It didn't work. And then, like, all right, you know why? This is why it didn't work.
You mean the relationship?
Yeah, everything. You try to get out of it, and you try to be nice and try to do a nice exit. But sometimes people don't want you to have a nice exit.
Can I ask a question?
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, doesn't that mean that they liked you? Like they don't want to let you go. It wasn't that you were a bad person.
Oh no, and that's what it is. I mean, I get it. It's just like, and probably the thing is, to the most part, I'm honest to a fault, and I get it. But everyone's got to do their thing. If I'm not doing the things I need to do, I get it.
So they'd be like, "I'm sorry, I'll pay for half the meal."
No.
That's not how this works, young lady.
I'll take it back.
You had yours and you lost yours.
The funny thing about it is, if they didn't pay the half the meal, they're still washing dishes. I'm going home.
God.
Damn.
Let's go. Next.
Right. Next. Melissa Ann, along that vein, let's say you are going through a breakup. Does the other party always deserve closure? Should there always be an explanation as to why, you don't want to be with them, you don't want to talk to them anymore?
I don't know if there should be, but I think it is adult. I know that it's hard for me if I don't get closure to move on. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how long you've been in the relationship. If I've been in the relationship more than a year or two, I think closure is necessary. That's the mature thing to do. You just don't ghost somebody one day.
What if you've been telling the person the whole time what the problem is, but yet it goes in one ear and out the other, it seems, and the boundaries continually get crossed? And at some point, do I have the right to get tired of talking?
Yeah, but you say that. I'm tired of talking. And here's why I'm stepping. That's closure.
Because I want to hear what Kai has to say. Because I know you think I'm doing it bad. I want to see how you're doing it.
Doing it bad? What do you mean?
Man, your breakups are just as bad as mine, if not worse.
Please.
Oh, God, no. Not even close.
So what are we doing tonight, Doc? We throwing shade at each other?
See, don't sit there at the end of the corner and be like, man, he's doing it bad. He's a bad guy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, well, we're all capable of pulling the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Every single person. Yeah,
everybody.
And it's all a choice, man. You choose how you show up. You know what I mean? You can have I was faced with this at work where I was like, man, I want to wild out right now, and I was like, nah, Kaheem, I can't let Kaheem out. You know what I'm saying? Kaheem from Cypress Hills Projects, you can't come out, bro. You gotta keep it corporate. Because Kaheem could have came out, baby.
No. All right. You didn't answer the question, though, Kai. What would your freaking exes say about you? You went all around that.
It depends on who you talk to.
Yeah.
If they left with a certain perception or perspective about the relationship, then they're gonna dog me out. But if it's a level-headed woman who looks at both sides of reality, not just the good side of reality, but looks at both sides and understands that both have to coexist. There's good reality, there's bad reality, and you can't just choose one. You got to accept all of it. I call that the totality of reality. They would say, you know what? In the grand scheme of the totality of reality, baby. And they would say, in the grand scheme of things, that dude was kick ass.
Okay. So in the grand scheme of things, you're saying your exes would say that you were kick ass.
Correct.
That what you said? Got it.
Yes, ma'am. Make a note of it.
I did.
Noted.
All right, the next question. Do y'all have one? No?
Go off that list.
All right.
This dude
Is it
like
okay to go through your significant other's personal cellular phone?
in my Snoop Dogg voice? Oh hell no, cuz. Oh hell no, nephew.
You won't give them your password? Why? You don't have nothing to hide?
It does not matter. It's just privacy. You have your certain level of privacy. You can't go through people's stuff.
Yeah, I would like to ask what would be the point? What would be the point of going through someone else's cell phone?
Rasbo, I really feel like you would let somebody go through your cell phone because you just like nice like that.
I don't have anything to hide, but
See?
I'm just saying, what are you looking for? I'm curious about that.
Right.
Because
Why
I'm
do you
saying
need that
if you
access?
just don't trust me off bucks, if you just don't trust me and this is how it's going to be, I'm not submitting to that.
Yeah.
So this is what I'd say to that. I would let them look, but since they ask and I let them look, I let them know after they look that this is over, right?
Damn.
I like that. That's a dope one there.
Why is this woman going through our phone again?
I think you nailed it, really. Rasbo is the trust factor. There's an ounce of I don't trust you, if not more, and I want to go through your phone.
That can be a thing. People could build a relationship out of that kind of back and forth tension, and mostly that's done like in high school. Get that all.
Yeah, but I think the women also gave you something. I mean, like you gave the women a reason to think that they needed to go through your phone. They don't want to randomly go through.
And you know what?
So is it possible that the
let
other party...
Rasbo finish. I'm gonna cut him off twice.
I'm sorry.
No, I just think that there's two. It takes two to tango. I think even with that back and forth, a lot of times, it still takes two. Because I know I'm not going to stick around in a situation that's like that. So I'm going to be absent for it. So you will be by yourself. So I think anybody stuck in that back and forth dynamic might be contributing to it. I don't think they're completely blameless.
I agree. You gave the person a reason to want to look.
Or the person's came into the relationship already insecure.
That's true too.
And whether you give them a reason or not, they're going to be that way anyway. They just waiting for the opportunity to be able to use something to open that door to do that. But they were already like that when they came into the relationship.
But wouldn't they have shown their face prior to getting to the phone?
Some people are really good, Melissa. I've been there and done that. Some people are good as hell.
Just to address what Kai just said, if a woman is coming into the relationship and she's insecure about something, I would try to find out what I've done to make her insecure. Now, if we can't fix it, addressing it, then we got bigger problems. But I would try to do what I could to address that. I would.
At what point, because it seems like when we're talking about this, relationships seem to be a lot of damn work. But at what point within the relationship are you saying, okay, I'm willing to see what her insecurities are so that I can work on it to make sure that, what we have is lasting?
I'd be trying to address that before the relationship. I wouldn't wait till we got in a relationship to decide to address that. I would do that before the relationship. If we can't fix it then we don't get in a relationship. It's not new problems.
Okay, just say you're in a relationship already, because now we're talking about dating versus relationship. So just say you're in the relationship already. At what point do you say, okay, I want to invest enough time to fix stuff?
No, I think y'all squared it away. There's a line there, and I think that demarcation point of dating versus relationship is an important one. So
yeah,
if I'm just dating, we're trying to figure things out. And if you're throwing up huge red flags during that phase, then it's time to break out. But if you're already engaged and you're invested in that relationship, and then all of a sudden something pops up, that's a totally different story, because now it's both of you together. Y'all been invested in this relationship, and something's come up within this relationship that we need to address and attempt to fix.
How do y'all ask? Like how do you move into a relationship? Because a lot of times women don't know whether you're in a relationship or you're still just dating.
Oh, I make that crystal clear. When I'm feeling someone and I want to be exclusive, I make sure that is official. I mean, it's discussed. I let a woman know that I've completely cut off other women, or we make that decision to make that together, to do that together. And then from there, I'll actually go old school and actually ask a woman to be my girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no, with me, when it comes to that, there's no guessing. I don't guess who a woman is in my life. I don't do that at all. If I want you that way, I'm coming for you. You'll know it. It'll be crystal clear.
Exactly. You gotta have that conversation. Gotta have that conversation.
I was gonna ask Doc, he does that too?
Yeah, there's got to be a line of communication, and when you do that, you got to make sure, hey, you're my girl. That's it. Boom. All the nonsense stops. You know, you got to make that decision to say, okay, this is the person I'm gonna try to make it work with. I mean, it happens naturally, but the problem is a lot of women they've been through so much that they can't get that concept through them. They constantly think that, oh no, I don't think that can happen, or I don't think it's going to be like that, and it's just a lot of it's communication.
Well, a lot of it is you've been in, like, a lot of women, as we already talked about, older women are a lot of times are scarred, but it's because you've been in like these long-term things, which you're thinking are relationships, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're investing this time with this person, you're always hanging out with this person, but the man has never done that. You're my girlfriend. So when they start to have if the man is, say for example, they start to, you could tell they're seeing other people, and then the man says, well, we never determined that you were my girlfriend. Remember I said you were my friend. So those are the reasons why women are a little bit shy, gun shy.
I get it. Well, none of my women that I've gotten in a relationship with, they wouldn't say that. They would be crystal clear on where I stand. Because if I'm dating someone and I'm not sure, then we'll continue to just date. And then from that next step, when I start honing in and I'm like, this girl right here has got my full attention, I can't even help it but to start to focus all my time on her. That's just the way my mind works. And then from there, I'm going to let her know, like, I've made room in my heart and my mind for you. Dating is dating, but when you know, you know.
But when do you draw the line? When do you say enough is enough? Because at some point, somebody has to take responsibility. Let's just say they are not the one, and it's been going on 2-3 years. And as the man, it's been going on that long, and this woman wants more. At some point, somebody has to take the responsibility to say, hey, look, it's been this long.
So I think, Kai, with that, your own heart. With me, I know how I feel, and I also have an idea of how long it takes for me to meet someone and actually have an idea if I feel like it could actually go somewhere. But everybody's not that way for various reasons. It could be, and this is men and women, for various reasons, could be based on what they've been through. So you might be more cautious. So it might take a lot more time depending on what you've been through.
That's fair.
So there's a couple things about that. And Kai, I brought this up to you before, that I'm really risky with a lot of things when it comes to, like, I'll say finances. Like I'll try out different business ventures and things like that. Some of them have been successful. Some of them have not been. And I'm okay with being risky with that. I'm not as risky with my heart at all. But if I meet someone who they do certain things that it just hits me differently, then I know, like, when things start to pop up and show me that they may be actually good for me, it kind of gets my attention. And once it gets my attention, then I end up kind of honing in on them and just like focusing on them. And I think everybody has their own time frame of knowing how long it actually takes when they meet someone, and you're looking for certain signs to make sure that you're making the right decision.
It shouldn't take 4, 5, 6 years. After, I'm just going to give you a year, but you really know before then.
You can't put timetable on it.
It doesn't take no damn 4, 5, 6 years to date somebody. to figure out whether or not they're the one.
What's the reason for the timetable, though? I mean, if you have something inside of you that says 4 years is the timetable.
Stop wasting people's time. Well, if you know that you're not going to be with that person, stop wasting their doggone time.
So let me say this.
So 6 months? 6 months quick enough?
Well, hold on. Let's discuss what we're talking about. If you are putting a time frame on a relationship, maybe a year, 2 years, or whatever is long enough. But if you're talking about marriage, I mean, personally, some people say, "Oh, you know right away." Not marriage. That's permanent. So maybe, I mean, my thing is, I think I need to be around someone. Am I right though?
It's supposed to be permanent, but
But my point of saying that is, I don't want to be restricted to a year of knowing if I'm going to marry somebody. I might have the thoughts, might have the feeling, but I might want to take a full 3 years to make sure that we are hitting on all cylinders.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're not said you're my girlfriend, but you've been with the person.
I broke it down. I said in a year, if somebody takes a year, 2 years to decide if they want somebody to be their girlfriend, that might happen. That's up to them. And then I was just using marriage as another example, being permanent. But I mean, I know pretty quickly if I think a woman that I'm with has my best interest at heart, that I might want to make her my girlfriend. Whether and it's all the things. We all need chemistry, so it's going to be chemistry. It's going to be how she treats me, how she talks to me, how she supports me, and how I support her. All those things play a part in how I'm figuring out and thinking about this woman being my only woman. So there's a lot of things that play a part in that, and there are certain things that kind of stick out immediately. And although you're not making your decision immediately, you are thinking about, oh, okay, she checked this box, and we don't really want to necessarily say that, but that's really what's happening. Oh man, she kind of got my attention. Wow, that's kind of right up my alley. That's something I needed.
We all have our list of negotiables and non-negotiables. That negotiable list needs to be longer than that non-negotiable. And really, there shouldn't be anything in the non-negotiable side, actually.
I think there's stuff in the, would you agree? I shouldn't say think. There's some things that are in the non-negotiable that you could say, can I live with it or can I not live with it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the negotiable column is. These are the things I can live with and negotiate and know that even though I really don't like this, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. But I do understand that the reality is this shit is going to bother me every now and then. But you know what? I love this person enough to deal with it. Non-negotiables, like a non-negotiable for me, if I date a woman and she wants kids, that's a non-negotiable. We don't need to move forward.
See, but the thing is, though, the good thing about it is you tell people that up front. And if you tell people that up front, then, there's really you can't be really upset with that.
I think that leads to the next question, because why is there a disconnect between black men and black women? They may hear it up front, but they're not necessarily, there's always in the back of our heads is, he's going to change his mind. I can change him. I could do this. I could do that. And you will forget about your little non-negotiable. But the question is, what is the disconnect that between black men and black women? Is there one?
I think you just nailed it.
You just said it.
Yeah,
they don't listen. You just said it. They don't listen.
I don't think that's what she meant.
No. You ain't nobody's daddy.
We hear what we want to hear, especially in matters of the heart. It's just what it is. Yeah, never underestimate the power of human denial.
That's for sure right there, brother.
Yeah, never. I'm writing down these little nuggets.
Probably the biggest disconnect between men and women is that there's a loss of distinction of roles. And that's probably what it is. Because sometimes a woman makes more than the man, and the man thinks he should be the head of the household, but the woman is bringing most of the bacon in the house. She makes more money. She's providing. She's paying all the bills. And it's tough to say you're the head of the household when your significant other is the one who's financially supporting the family.
The roles the roles are changed now, people, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this podcast. And that's just the way it is. Here's what I'll tell you, just my own personal metrics. When I meet women, most women I meet have no less than a master's degree, number one. right? Number two, they have their own houses. They bring home their own bacon. They got their own damn pan to put the bacon in, and they got a damn refrigerator to keep the bacon cold. And then guess what? They have cars to go get their own bacon, but shit, now we got Instacart. So they don't even need to go get the bacon. They can chill in their house. And so what used to define men, we brought home the bacon and they fried it up in the pan, that's done. There are different things that define who we are now. So today, a woman, let me finish, bro. Today, a woman, if you're intelligent and you're a leader and you're confident and you're a man of authority and power and not, with a whip and a chain, they're going to follow you, bro. I'm telling you. If a woman feels safe with you now in this day and time, where I feel safe with you, I know with you, I don't have to worry about anything, they can give two shits that you make 50% less than them.
See, the guys on this podcast are a little bit different situation, where we're all the opposite. We're all on that level. So of course we have no problems with it because we're all on that level. You guys speak of it as a guy who's not making six figures. He might be making $14, $15 an hour, and then his significant other could make him remind him, well, I'm the one who's got us in this house. That car.
I think a lot of it is $14, $15 an hour with ambition, not $14, $15 an hour. And here's my $30 paycheck. I'm gonna add it to your $200,000 paycheck, and let's go buy a Tesla.
Now we all, everybody on this call is doing really, really well. So we all know that. But I'm not forgetting where I come from. And also I want to mention that average American isn't doing as well as us. We're fortunate. So with that said, I mean, if a woman meets a man who isn't doing as well, I mean, give me a little grace. I mean, realistically, I think the average income, maybe it used to be like 70,000. Maybe it's 90 by now. I don't know.
So same thing, and I think it goes both ways. Kai just sat here and gave a whole soliloquy on the type of women he dates. She has a master's degree. She got her own bacon in the pan and the refrigerator. Would you date someone who doesn't have that?
I have, and let me say this too. I don't think so. The difference between us and others, and I'm just using others. We don't seek out women who are doing well like that. It just happens.
We just run in those circles.
We just run in them. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying, I guess the question that I'm asking is, would you date someone that made significantly less money than you do? They don't have a car and they have to catch the bus.
Do you know what? Guys will do it before women will do it.
And that's actually there's a statistic for that. So that's true. Women don't date down. The more educated they are and the more money they make, they are less likely to date down. Guys do it. And I will say on top of that, now I don't know about, you can't even afford a car. I don't know. It'd have to be a situation where you're down on your luck. You have ambition, you just haven't gotten there. So those things do play a part with that. To be honest with you, I'm not superficial like that when it comes to finances. Not saying I'm going to, I'm not going to Foot Locker and then that's my girl is up there working.
5 years old and you ain't got no car.
I know that I'd have.
Well, there you go, right there. So you said no. There's a double damn standard.
No, it's not. No, to Mike's point, it has to be like, I got laid off, I hit hard times. It can't be like I've been like this my whole life, and I just come on.
You know what though?
Well, we didn't make that clarification for the man.
Let me throw this out there.
First off, you will have men dating women who work at McDonald's. She's probably really good looking, so so you have no problems dating her. That's number one. So you got to get that understanding. And number two, there are videos floating around where women who make more money, they classify a guy, if a guy doesn't make more money and if she's paying all the bills, she's like, well, he's my he's my son, or he's like he's not like my man, because she's already setting the table that, hey, if you're not making as much as I am, we're not going to be on an equal footing.
I don't know what type of women are saying this shit, but I've never heard stuff like that.
I'll find the video and shoot it up to you. But there are a lot of women. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm just gonna say I know for sure that those women exist. They do.
They say that's my son versus my man.
I don't know if they say exactly that, but I know
the
that
video says that. The girl in the video says that.
I'll say that.
She's super disrespectful.
I know that there are women out there who seek men who make more money, and who would not date someone who makes, significantly less than them. I will say that. I do know that. But I just want to go back to that one point real quick. Is if somebody is down, I've been down before. I've just putting it out there. I've been on my low several times before I made it this high, and I think that's just life. You go through some things, and everything isn't always perfect. But the fact of the matter is, that has happened, and I've had women in my life that's never looked down on me, based on where I was at. I've dated attorneys, I've dated women who were doctors, and they never made me feel any kind of way. As a matter of fact, they were my inspiration. So
yeah, but Mike, you weren't out here flipping CDs in the Walmart parking lot either.
No, I wasn't doing that.
You ain't fall from. I hate to say this, but you fell from heaven. So that means you got a chance to get back up there. There you go. Right. But like Melissa said it earlier, she said, if you make $14, $15, $18 an hour, but you have ambition, that's different.
Yeah.
But if you make $14 to $18 an hour and you good, that's a whole hell of a difference.
And I think we're talking about state of mind and personality more.
Right. All that plays into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you don't want to work at all. You sitting on somebody's couch while they working all day. That ain't gonna work.
Right.
Well, if that is where we're drawing the line, then yes, I agree with that. I wouldn't want, and even women that are making six figures, you still hear some of them saying that they want a man who's going to take care of them. What are you doing with your money? So you get to save all your six figures, and I can blow all mine, right?
I think the reality is it's just a shortage, right? And some women, their time clocks are cooking. There is a show on TV that I admittedly watch. It is Love After Lockup. The women are literally going after these men in jail. Before they even get, yes, they're dating them while they're in jail. They're sending them all their stuff. They're taking care of them. Then the men come out. Sometimes they're with them. Sometimes they bounce. They had 10 other people they was talking to, and they chose one, and it wasn't them.
That's a crazy concept for a show.
It's love after lockup, and they're dating. Yeah, love after lockup. And these men are in jail. Sometimes it's women. Like women will hook up with the men that are on the outside, and they use them and they bounce.
Are they gorgeous?
No.
I wouldn't go that far, bro.
No.
Take it easy, bro.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, man.
For sure. That is true.
So, no, these people, most of them, were on drugs when they got arrested, stuff like that. So they might come out and start using drugs again, and they don't see them anymore. But it's stuff like that. All right. So the last question is, if you have if you have a friend that's single, and then you have a girlfriend that is single, do you connect them? And if not, why not?
As far as female friends that I would introduce to some of my homeboys, I don't have a problem with it. I've never really thought about fixing, any of my boys up with any women that I know. It's funny because I have more examples of female friends trying to fix me up with their friends than vice versa.
Why y'all don't think about it? I guess
we're typically guys are not matchmakers. We're not matchmakers like that. We don't typically do that kind of stuff. Most time the women ask us, do you have any single friends that you can introduce me to? But I don't sit around thinking that, Shirley and Mike, they would make a great couple. I don't. Right. I just don't sit around thinking that shit. Usually after work, I want my mind to be damn empty. I don't want to think about shit like that. Oh, who's Derek good for?
So you're just selfish.
The reality of the situation is
we're selfish.
I don't have anything to base that off of who would be a good match.
You gotta know if Mike would be a good match with your friend Charisse.
The only thing I could know is
you got a friend Charisse you can tell me about?
No, nah, you know Charisse. The only thing I would know is whether or not generally they would get along. But I wouldn't even be thinking about it. I could say, oh no, this one's too wild. Mike would never, if someone posed the question. But I'm not going to be sitting there thinking about, hey, I'm going to hook up Mike
I think men just don't think about that.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but women do.
Yeah, women, y'all do. And I know y'all do.
I'll be quite honest with you. When we all go out, it doesn't seem like anyone's dance card is not full. So I kind of don't understand where, man, I think Kai needs a girl. I mean, Kai does okay for himself, so I don't think he needs my help. And Mike does okay, and I think Derek does okay. So I'm thinking they don't need me to be like, hey man, I think Derek's gonna be lonely tonight.
Plus, it wouldn't be received.
No, I'm not saying for your homeboys,
and it wouldn't be received well.
I'm thinking of you have homegirls, right?
Who?
You?
No.
You don't? Oh, that explains a lot.
I am not that mature. I am not that mature.
No.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
Not mature, but he honest.
Okay. Do you Raspberry? You have girlfriends like homegirls?
Yeah, I have homegirls, but I wouldn't think for a second to try to hook up one of my homegirls with somebody else.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah,
I mean, and I don't think it would be received well by my homegirls. I think they would look at me like I was crazy.
Okay. All right. I know Kai, you do. And Michael, do you have homegirls?
I got homegirls, but I never think about hooking them up with anybody. I do have homegirls.
No, I do have platonic friends.
So they're not your homegirls, or are they just buddies? You don't hang out with them, or what?
No, I don't hang out with them. No, it's not fun.
Politically correctly said platonic friends, not homegirls.
All right, y'all are clowns, boy. Any parting words for our we ain't got no damn topic today?
I think it was a good talk. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, this was one of the better ones, man. This was dope.
Yeah, this was a good one. You've been listening to another great episode of Girl Talk with the Boys and the Boys. Thank you very much for another great episode. This was really a good one. And until next time, I see you because I am you.
You have just listened to the Girl Talk podcast with your host, Melissa Ann. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play. Until next time, remember, I see you because I am you.